Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? All right. It is time for the end of day report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that you know what we put it in your hand each and every trading day, Sunday through Friday. Well, this is our special edition of the end of day report. Why is it the special edition? Well, it's because it is Thursday. And what happens on Thursday? We give you the intraday price inflection points for the markets for tomorrow's trading. That's right. We hook you up. All right, I'm looking at, whoa, and it started raining. Okay. All right, so basically, we got a little sign for you. We're going to get right into it, and then we're going to knock these charts out. First and foremost, though, let me give you the what. All right, so we're going to start off with my little laundry list. First and foremost, the Canadian dollar and the forex. The intraday price inflection point is as follows. A close below 141.45 for the Canadian dollar is bearish. A close above it is bullish. Will the market decide to stay in a bull market? Or is it going to say, nope, we're topping out and starting a correction? Next on the list, we have the Australian dollar. Same thing. Needs to close above 64.69. If it does that, we maintain bullishness. Failure to do that, well, we're going to have some bearishness. And that's pretty much how that goes. Next on the list, the euro yen needs to close above 115.79. Failure to do that would open up a bearish momentum that will carry over into next week and could face acceleration to the downside. Looking at the euro dollar, a close below 107.97 is bearish. A close above it puts in a short-term bottom. Next on the list is the pound sterling. A close above 122.18 would put in a short-term bottom. Close below it, we keep falling. The Kiwi New Zealand dollar. A close below 59.94 is bearish. A close above it puts in a short-term bottom. Looking at the Japanese yen, dollar yen, a close below 107.38 is bearish. A close above it puts in a short-term bottom. Next on the list, for those that like to trade food, we got corn. Tomorrow, a close above 325 would be bullish. A close below it would open up the door for more selling. And this thing could drop below the $3 threshold into the $2 handle. That could be quite scary. Next on the list is we got soybeans. Soybeans needs to close above 835 3/4 to put in a short-term bottom. Close below it, more selling, I'm afraid, for next week. And wheat needs to put in a close above 510.5 if it's going to put in a short-term bottom. A close below that, oh well, that man will be upset when he has to see his bundle of wheat. He can't sell it for 510, but now he got to sell it for 4 something. Yeah, that's right, people. Looking at 4 something. All right, looking at that Dow futures. All right, so the Dow needs to close above 23,636 if it's going to put in a short-term bottom. Failure to do so, well, we're looking at a possible Black Monday. Taking a look at the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index. If we're going to maintain this momentum, we need to have a close above 97.12. Failure to do so will invite the bears to come in and beat it down to the dust. Now, because the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index only trades from Sunday to Friday, this will be extended until Sunday at 6 p.m. for the cash index. All right. So your Bitcoin has until Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to maintain that close above 97.12. If it can't do it, well, we have a problem. All right, moving forward, the E-mini S&P 500 needs to close above 28.58.5. If it does that, then it can maintain a somewhat bullish outlook. But a close below that could spell a topping out and a possible selling situation on Monday. All right, looking at gold. Gold needs to close above the 1748 handle. If it closes below it, I'm afraid it will invite more selling come next week. Nat gas needs to close above $1.72 if it's going to keep trucking. Close below it, and we could fall further. Maybe even threaten 150. Look at the NASDAQ 100. NASDAQ 100 needs to close above 88.34. Failure to do that will ensure a bearish position come next week. All right, looking at the crude oil now. Crude oil needs to close above 28.38 if it wants to keep climbing and get into that $30 handle. A close below that would be catastrophic and signal that we have topped and that the market is ready to turn. Looking at the Russell now, Russell needs to close above 1243.8. A close above that is bullish. A close below that is bearish. Then it resumes its weakness that it's had since it's been like the weaker sister. The Russell and the Dow have been the weakest. NASDAQ and S&P have been the strongest. Last but not least, silver futures. Silver futures needs to close above $16.24 if it wants to keep building a bullish bias. A close below that is going to be bearish, and it will invite selling into next week. All right, so that was our alerts for tomorrow. Now it's time for your favorite section, and that's the charting section. All right. Get ready, because we're about to do it live. I'm loading them up now. I know you guys were probably a little bit confused because I flipped the script on you. You didn't see no charts, and you thought I forgot to put them on. No, they're still booting up. We did things a little bit different today. I think I'll probably be my new format for Thursday, where I'll go and I'll read off the intraday price inflection points that you need to look for your particular market for tomorrow. Then we get into the charts. That way you can see your configuration and what kind of hopes you may have for that happening. Oh, and I do thank you guys for the feedback. I still need to know. I still need more feedback. I'm going to need feedback for the rest of you for today, and I'll need feedback for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day that I'll need the feedback from you. And I do thank everyone who has been participating and giving me the feedback. It's been very helpful, and it's actually helping me to help you. I think I have everything done. The formula is completed now. I know exactly what the algorithm is now over there, and I think we got it. All right, I think we got it on and popping. There's a few things that I had to get done. I had to make sure I understood the momentum part of their algorithm, and now I got that. And then I had to readjust the stop losses to reflect that. So it's been a trial and error this week, which I knew it would be. That's why I needed you guys' feedback. I think the most powerful feedback I got so far was actually yesterday. You guys were letting me know how it was working. The last thing I was testing, to be honest with you, was the stop losses. That's what I was testing. That was the last thing that needed to be tested. Now I got it. We're good to go now. So come Sunday, tonight's report, what am I talking about? Tonight's report will probably look and feel a little bit different than all the reports you had this week, because I finally finished. I figured it out. Your feedback yesterday was extremely helpful, especially some of you who were getting clipped on both sides in multiple markets. That's pretty much what I was expecting. That's what I was really waiting for. And then I saw the turn for some of you too. You said, okay, now you were able to figure it out, and you saw the momentum price trigger. Haha, you sneaky little ones. You saw that intraday price inflection point, and you start pimping that joint. That's a good thing, because now that means you're paying attention. You're remembering what I've taught you. I know there's a lot on the report, but we whittled it down to just the basic essentials. And one of those essentials, if you watch the tutorial videos, is that you can use the momentum price trigger, i.e. the intraday price inflection point, i.e. the institutional stop runner. You can use that to enter and exit the markets. Yes, you can. Everything on the report is tradable. That's why it's there. It's for you to decide how you want to use it. I give you the rules, but everything else is up to you how you want to use that. All right. It's your car. Drive it the way you want. All right. So I've tweaked all that out. So when the Sunday report comes out, it should that is final. Tonight's report is pretty much final. Also, I'm testing one other little thing. I just need to see how that's going to play out tomorrow. But that's on my end. That's not on your end. And then I'll have my answer, and then I'll know if I'm going to use the same report that went out tonight, if I'm going to use that for Sunday, and and going forward. So yesterday was a very pivotal day, and today is also just as important. So I really thank everyone for their participation, but keep it coming. I want to know how today went for everybody, and how tonight is going to go for some of you who it's about to be your daytime, because you're ahead of us, you're overseas. So I want to hear from all of you. Let me know what's on and popping. How did the trading go this week with the new added reports? I call it my finger tweaking on the forex. That's what I'm referring to. Those forex pairs, very important. And you'll notice too, I will be putting in quotation brackets the futures that's on my watch list too, because I have the futures and the forex on my watch list, and that's what I play with every day for the most part. All right, so one more day, please, of patience, and we'll have this thing totally mapped out, and we'll be ready next week to drain the banks, you guys. When you trade in forex, you're in the bank's backyard. All right, when you trade that forex. All right, but they'll never tell you that. So we're going to drain those banks. We're going to hit that forex. We're going to drain those banks. All right, so let's do that tonight into tomorrow. I'm not expecting too much. We should have a take back Friday because the way the price action was this week, but you never know. We're in such uncertain times. All right, I've talked enough. Let's go ahead and let's get these charts. They are now loaded. They're ready to go, and we're going to knock this out so I can go chill, give me some rest. All right, well, let's go through this quickly. First chart we have in our possession is a crypto chart. Please keep in mind, we do the same charts every day. We go through about 35 charts every day. We include all the forex. We include the major crypto pairs. We include the futures. All right, and we include some important equities. So we run the gamut. We do 35 charts, boom, and then we're out of here. All right, let's knock it out. All right, if you miss anything or I'm going too fast, you can always rewind and watch the video again. All right, so first and foremost is Ripple, okay, XRP. We're still in that Kumo cloud. You see the market just paused at the trend line resistance zone, just took a pause, got there, and said, okay, I'm done. All right, so because it's a crypto, it has until Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do what it's supposed to do. All the cryptos have until Sunday, 6 p.m. New York time, East Coast time, all right? That's what it is, okay? All right. So this is what we're looking like right now for your Ripple. All right, moving forward. On the next one we got here is Wayfair. Ticker is W. All right, look at it. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I told you we had a crash alert. Productive and even more productive today. The market is falling. The trend line down here is the target, about between the 115 to 110 area. Wayfair, that's where we're going right now. All right. The market is now officially entered into a correction, and prices are expected to continue to drop. First, to fill the gap, and then if we keep going, the trend line support is now in play. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, we got TLT, which is your bonds. All right, so you can see market is in the Kumo cloud. Market did get up to test the upper bounds of the Kumo cloud as anticipated. That's exactly what we were expecting. All right, so as long as this market stays in the Kumo cloud, you know you can't trust it. If you're in the killer Kumo cloud of confusion and consolidation, you ain't got much going on. And so you have to wait until the markets choose a side. What does it want to do? Does it want to run, or does it want to, just call it in? All right, so that's what we'll be watching for on your TLT, on your bonds. Are we just coming up here or getting ready to get sold and drop through the Kumo cloud, or what? Keep in mind, the Fed is still operating in this space, so I don't think they're going to let it fall, but so much. We'll see. All right, looking at Swan. It's not time to buy there either. Swan is not saying that it wants to do much. We'll see. If the equity market does get legs and starts running, then this should run with it, though. So we'll see. All right, taking a look now at your SPY, your S&P 500 ETF. You see what it did. The crash alert was productive, and then intraday the market reverses, and now it gives us a rally alert for tomorrow. So rally alert and the S&P 500, ticker SPY, for Friday. All right, taking a look now at SLV, silver ETF. What do you got here? Is the market growing a backbone? Are we ready to break out to the top side, or is this just another head fake? We've been in a bullish weekly trend momentum, but we haven't been doing nothing bullish at all. Today is the first day that the market even poked its head out. So we'll see, man. Interesting here. I thought we were already trading the July contract in the silver. All right, but I guess not. Yep. Oh, you know what? I just confused myself. This is SLV. I'm looking at the physical futures. Excuse-moi. I'm tired. That's how you know it's time for me to stop. All right, going to the triple Q, NASDAQ 100. Rally alert for tomorrow. Can the market close above that 225 handle, or is it just going to set up a continuation pattern so that when Monday comes, the markets get beat back down to the trend line? Drum roll, please. Let's see what happens. Rally alert for NASDAQ and S&P ETFs, triple Q and SPY. Rally alert for OIH for tomorrow for the crude oil. I don't know. All right, the July contract crude oil hit that $28 handle and it's just been hanging out. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's got a lot of overhead resistance to overcome in this OIH. Looking at the Mexican peso, switching over to forex. All right, we did get more production from this crash alert, and the market is now falling into the Kumo cloud, and the trend line support is right here. So we'll look at it around the lower 23, below 23.50 is a possibility for an initial target on your Mexican peso. All right, moving right along, switching to Litecoin now, switching gears to Litecoin. I don't know what's going on with my chart on the Litecoin all of a sudden. This is odd. Okay, I'll have to see what's going on here. My chart is bugging. All right, on the Litecoin, you can see the market is lifting itself. This cloud right here is a mess. And so the Litecoin is trying to run up toward this trend line here. All right, so it looks like the initial target is 45 for Litecoin. Let's see what happens. And I don't know what happened to that chart, but it is not looking right. All right, take a look now at the J&K junk bond. Still flat, still consolidating here. Nothing happening. Quiet as a mouse. All right, looking forward now to the real estate. We talked about the commercial real estate, didn't we? IYR is your ticker. We dropped right below that Kumo cloud just as I told you we would. Now it looks like that drop was a little long in the tooth. We got a rally alert for it tomorrow. Is it going to stall? Can it get back into the Kumo cloud, or is this overhead trend line resistance of the Kumo cloud going to prove too tough? And now we're getting ready to put in a major down leg in the IYR. Is this symbolic of the commercial real estate sector? Is the commercial real estate sector done? Is it toast? Is it over? OVA over? Is it over? Let's see. All right. Next chart now is HDGE, the hedge. Got a crash alert for that one. Bumped his head on the trend line resistance, and we got a crash alert now. So this is threatening to put in another down leg, which means that the stock market is ready to run temporarily. We will see come tomorrow. Taking a look now at HACK. The ticker is HACK. Came down here and beautifully tested the trend line support. Every time it does it, it gets a nice technical bounce. We had a technical bounce here, had a technical bounce here, and now we're starting up again. So rally alert tomorrow for the HACK. Is HACK going to try to run and gun and take out that 45 and close above it? We will see. All right, taking a look now at gold. GLD is the ticker here, looking at the gold futures. And what do we got? What do we got? Well, right here we got the rally alert for tomorrow. Secondary rally alert for tomorrow in gold. Looks like gold is finally getting ready to run, you guys. Finally getting ready to run. All right, taking a look at the GDXJ. Is that going to get a lift too? So far, we're still in the consolidation phase, and we have not broken out, and we may not. So GDXJ is still undecided. The jury is still out. Taking a look at the GBTC. It has not been moving right. It has not really been moving right if you take a look at how the Bitcoin itself has been moving. I need to see a lot more going on here because technically we're just in this humongous trading range right here, and we haven't moved away from it. Is this a sign that it's ready to start moving away? Is it going to try to play catch up and catch up with the Bitcoin? Let's see. Right now, though, the rally alert is still in play. The market is still in rally mode. Getting up here toward resistance, though. Can it keep it going? We shall see. If you're long, you're strong. Just make sure you put your stops in and don't turn any wins into losses. Taking a look at the pound sterling. We're dropping further, pulling further away now from the trend line, pulling further away from the Kumo cloud. We got a bearish weekly trend momentum. We got bearish momentum, and we got bearish market, and we're back trending bearish, hitting new lows. That is a bear signal. This thing could really drop hardcore. Hard body karate is in store for your British pound. I'm looking for this thing to possibly drop maybe 1,000 pips. Could be in play, folks. I don't know. Something's going on over there with Brexit. All right, let's see here. This is the Ethereum ETF. Ticker is ETHE. And you can see this one. Every time it gets up here towards the resistance part of the Kumo cloud, the killer Kumo cloud of consolidation and confusion, we sell off. So crash alert for tomorrow in this one. All right, take a look now at the Ethereum itself. All right, we did get bounced off of this rally alert. It has been productive. I'm calling for this price to still go higher, possibly as high as the 210, maybe the 215 mark. We shall see. I know, right? The hard body karate is back. All right, here we go. DNN. All right. Do not resuscitate, because right now it is just caught in a confusion of consolidation above cloud and trend line, and we're still technically in a corrective phase. This one's going nowhere, having a big problem with 50 cent. I don't know. I don't know what that is, but it's not doing it. It can't do it. It's a stone. Has no momentum. It's doing nothing. CCJ has been under a correction. We're now officially in corrective territory, and we do have a crash alert for tomorrow. Trend line is the first target here, around the $9 range. All right, moving right along. Here is our Canadian dollar. All right, consolidated top side, the Kumo cloud trend line right here. So you're above the line, but below the top resistance mark of this. So there you go. All right, rally alert tomorrow for the Canadian dollar. See if it can fight its way out of the Kumo cloud. Taking a look at Beyond Meat, ticker BYND, had a crash alert, but today the market gave you a narrow range inside day, which sometimes can happen. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, but let me just remind you of this back here. We had this last rally alert, crash alert, which was also productive, but it took us a few days to get there. Market finally gave way. Same thing looks like it's in play for this one, except for we got this gappage down here. So I think this one's going to fall at least somewhere between 110 and 105, if nothing else. So this is good for a maybe $30 run to the downside on Beyond Meat. Yeah, you're looking like you can make yourself at least maybe $25, $30, possibly even more on this one. All right, let's see here. Looking at Bitcoin now. We looked at the futures composite. Now it's time for the Bitcoin itself. Same type of a picture. It looks like we're hitting up here along that resistance zone between 10,000 and 10,005. What will it do? Is it going to push forward this weekend? We shall see come Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. All right. Australian dollar, the Aussie, it's just chilling. Again, just all price actions just sticking to the trend line, just like a magnet. All right, it's just sticking to the trend line. Hasn't made a decision yet what it wants to do. It's still consolidating here. All right, looking at silver futures, we're trading the July contract. Market finally decides to stick its little head up. We'll see what it can do. Right now, we're doing nothing. We're not trending. Looking at gold futures is in a bull market, unlike the silver, and it is not in a trending mood right now either, but it's warning that it's about to. You got a rally alert for Friday's trading. For Thursday night into Friday's trading, you have a rally alert in gold futures. Let's see what gold can do. All right, taking a look at the US dollar index, which is still consolidated, still in a corrective phase, still oscillating between par and under par. Par, under par. Hasn't made its mind up what it's going to do either, and that's Fed meddling in the dollar and as well with the bond market. Taking a look at the the Dow futures, got a rally alert for tomorrow. Market's going to try to push, maybe even get a close above 24,000. We'll be watching this one very closely for clues. Taking a look at the Russell futures, which is in the bear market as well. We got a rally alert inside of the Kumo cloud, overhead resistance around right here, around 1280. So we'll see how high of a bounce we get tonight into Friday's trading for the Russell. Taking a look here at crude oil futures, we looked at OIH earlier. We just got a pop above the trend line resistance into the Kumo cloud. Is oil for real? Is it going to start getting momentum and running up? We shall see. We do got a bullish weekly trend momentum reading, so maybe that's enough to lift all boats. We'll see. Moving right along, here's the NASDAQ 100 futures contract. We're coming off of this crash alert, which now has been productive, and now we're getting a secondary crash alert for Friday's trading. The trend line down here is in play of 85.92. That's what we're looking at. If it's going to come to pass, that's what it's looking like. And it's looking like we're now entering the beginning of a corrective state in the NASDAQ. All right. It looks like it wants to fall, folks. This is going to be an interesting one to watch as well. All right. Here's the E-mini S&P 500 rally alert for tomorrow. All right. Looks like this one is also in the beginning of a corrective state, but wants to move up higher to set itself up for a sell probably on Monday. I think we will have a Black Monday if we have a rally tomorrow in the equity markets. Taking a look now. That's it. We're done. We finished. Complete. Out of here. Kaput. That's what I like. That's what I'm talking about. Now I can go kick it. I can go chill. You know, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my chill on. What y'all know about that? What you know about chilling? What you know about just kicking your feet up? What you know about that? All right, so you know what it is. You know, I normally do not initiate anything new on a Friday. I let the market settle, let the dust settle, see what the market's going to do, keep that powder dry. But if something irresistible jumps off, you best believe I will be in and on it, and I will let you know exactly what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, where I'm doing it, and all the particulars. You will know because I'll tell you in the trading room. Other than that, you know I'm chilling. All right, like I say, barring some unforeseen event, I'm chilling. I'm not going to be in there operating, doing nothing. I'm just going to be, relaxing and watching from afar. And I'll let the market decide what it want to do, man. Because you gotta let the market work. You gotta let it work. Let it find out what it want to do. It may not know what it want to do yet. It may wait for some alert or some report to come out tomorrow and then be like, oh snap. You know what? That's what I want to do. I want to sell off, or you know what? I want to rally. So we'll see. It's going to be based on the confidence of the people. You could have a rally tomorrow, but then it could dissipate into the close. These are interesting times. Normally, people like to take profit off the table, but the market really hasn't been doing much to say there's profit to take off the table. Tomorrow's not a normal take back Friday because there's nothing to take back. So the markets can decide to do nothing. They can decide to rally, or they can decide to fall. Those are your three choices: do nothing, narrow range inside day, rally or crash. Those are your three options. And we don't know which one the market's going to choose. We just know that it is going to choose. That we do know. The market will choose. We'll see what that choice winds up being. Because right now, we don't know. We just don't know what we don't know. That's the weird part about it. We don't know what we don't know. And that is life, right? Not knowing what you don't know. Not knowing enough to ask because you don't know. Or not knowing enough to know that you don't know something. That's how we live. That's life, right? All right, so you guys know what it is. We had a good week. We had a good run. And we finally mapped out our new attack plan for these interbank markets, for these banks, for these foreign currencies, fiat paper. We're going to attack the paper markets, and we're going to have ourselves a good time. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to have at it. So remember, PulseWaveTrading.com, you need to come get this six-pack. You're thirsty. You're trying to make some money. You need to make some money. Maybe you're one of those victims of this shutdown and you lost your job. Well, guess what? You can still earn an income without having to rely on the government. All you got to do is learn how to read these reports and trade these markets, make this money. All right, come get this money. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. See y'all tomorrow morning for the pre-market poll scan. See the rest of you in the trading room. Peace.